How you doing, YouTube? Hopping on here, talk about the Francis Scott Key Bridge at 1 o'clock last night collapsed. I believe it goes into Baltimore. May connect it to Washington, Arlington Heights, I guess, and I think Georgetown area. Anyway, it's over the Patapsco River. Excuse me. A barge from Singapore had evidently hit it at about 1 o'clock last night, and several cars are missing. I think they said that possibly 7 people may be missing. One of the things that they were saying is, when I looked it up, the bridge itself was made in 1977. Actually, I saw 2 different dates. I saw one for 1929, and then I saw another one. I guess maybe they rebuilt it or made a new bridge from 1977. Well, it's exactly almost on its birthday did it collapse. The barge hit it last night, or actually I guess it was this morning, and took the bridge down. And the thing is, it was built, check this out, March 23rd, 77, and it's a 26, 3 sixes, huh? 23rd, it's now the 26th, is that correct? Wait a minute, yeah, 3 sixes, I always got to work that in there somehow. Yeah, so it got hit by a barge from Singapore, took it down. If you look at they got film footage of it falling, and it looked pretty bad. It just collapsed, the whole thing come down. And I wonder if it's an attack. Here's the thing, it's on the historic registry of historic places, because 100 yards out from where that was, historians think that that's where Francis Scott Key was actually looking at the flag flying over Fort McHenry when he penned the words to the Star Spangled Banner. Wouldn't that be a nice target, And it's what I'd call stealth. It's not something you'd think of, but they're taking a whack maybe at our infrastructure and doing damage to something symbolic, like when they tore down all our statues of the presidents and different things, and Civil War statues, and it's part of our history, whether you like it or not. So it could have been just a barge hitting the thing. Maybe I'm seeing a conspiracy where there is none. I'm just putting it out there. It's awful weird that it happened again on 23rd, that it was made 40 years ago, 77 to it's now 2004, whatever time difference is. What I'm saying is, and today is the 26th, 3 sixes. Kind of a weird thought, and for some reason I happen to notice that, probably because I'm keep hearing about 3 sixes and 666 and all this shit, especially with all the stuff going on now. Anyway, the bridge collapsed. There's film footage of it. I guess they had cameras nearby the bridge. Man, it looked like it just the whole thing went down. It's 8 spans there, and you'd think it would have been built that if something hit it, maybe it would break away in certain areas. It looked like the whole thing was going boom, 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 collapsed, from what I saw. Anyway, so that happened, and the other thing I wanted to talk about was Sean Puffy Combs evidently flew the country. He took off. They're coming to arrest his ass, I think. I believe they must have some heavy-duty evidence, and he's going away, and he knows it. He went to an island somewhere where they don't... I forgot that word. You know when they extradite... Is it extradite? That's not the word. They don't send you back. If you're running and hiding from the law, they don't send you back. There's a word for it. It's too early in the morning. I haven't had my coffee yet. Anyway, he's on the run. And it's funny because I just did a video. I didn't put it up yet. It's hanging fire about this. I said about how one thing with that bridge is that a key, going back to Francis Scott Key Bridge. I wonder if that's a keyway in and out of of that area, Washington, D.C. and Baltimore. And what if they knocked some other road out as well? And Washington's built like a circle. If you've ever been in there, I don't know where that bridge actually is to Washington. But my point is, what if an attack happens in Washington in the near future, and that's no longer an access to get the hell out of there because that bridge is down? Watch, see if anything else, and start doing road work somewhere else, or something else happens. That's another way to make a kill box where they can just really maximize damage. If something like that were to happen, you might want to think about that thought, because it could have been intentional. Back in the day, the Army Corps of Engineers, I think it was 29, had helped build the other bridge and were in control of repairs and stuff on it. And I think it was a whole other bridge, because it said 1929, and then I looked up, and it said 1977 was when this other bridge was built, which again I said March 23rd, and 323, or no, that's the other. I'm thinking of Skull and Bones. And I don't know if they're still in control of repairs on that bridge, or take care of that bridge, or inspect it. But I know there was an inspection done in '89 of it. I just read a whole thing about that. So again, it could be nothing. Maybe I'm making something out of nothing. However, I'm pretty suspicious, because Maui just burned up, and many other things. Trains are running off of tracks, and none of this shit's ever happened really before in a large amount of quantity, and 101 food factories burning to the ground in 6 months or less. So you got to question that. But anyway, what I was saying with that, and I got to get to work, so I'm going to finish this up here. I'm wondering if it's kind of going to make it hard to get out of there and watch something maybe getting ready to go down in there. I think it's actually, by the way, and I'm not sure, you can do the math on this, 47 years since that bridge was built, and it could be sending a signal there too. 47 years. Who's going to be the 47th president? Will we have a 47th president? Are they going to disrupt the election? Again, am I jumping to conclusions? You decide. I'm just putting it out there, and you figure it out. I'm not saying it is, and I ain't saying it isn't, but I'm suspicious of shit, of everything going on. And to get back one more time to Sean Puffy Combs, yes, he took off, and he's on some island somewhere. I just heard it this morning, and where they don't extradite him, and he's involved in a lot of trafficking. I think the more shit gets exposed, the more things they need to do to also have distractions, all kinds of things to keep the news moving, keep everything. So you can't focus on one thing too long. That's how they've been getting away with shit, and why all of a sudden you don't hear about Hunter Biden for a while, or you don't hear about the World Economic Forum, people like Klaus Schwab and all those jackasses over there, because they got other people doing their dirty work right now, and they're going silent. You don't hear about Germany farmers and was it Ireland or Germany and France were flipping out over there, so they got quiet, and now they got other people doing their dirty work for right now. And over here they got our governors and our politicians getting paid quietly to enact this New World Order agenda, whatever you want to call it, their Green New Deal and all this crap, and Biden's helping them. So basically, they just keep trying to move the news cycle on. Man, I got to get to work. I'm going to hop off here. Have a great day. Please thumbs up. And as soon as I can, I'll get you some more on that bridge and the other thing. I just got up this morning and heard about it. Have a good one. Thanks a lot for listening.